Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here, and this is late today. There's a reason for it, and that is that, well, yesterday was kind of a day that never was for me, because as I don't know if you've been watching my latest chats, but I've been sleeping rather well and often. To the point where I thought, am I napping now? What's going on? So yesterday I had a good long lay-in. Probably didn't get up till, well, gone 10. Must have been about perhaps half 10, I don't know, but it was definitely gone 10 anyway. And I was in some kind of stupor all day. I couldn't function. I was just really kind of floppy and tired, very, very tired. And then I just thought, you know, I'm going back to bed. So it must have been about 2ish, around that, I guess. I don't know. But I went back to bed, and I woke up and got up, and it wasn't long after that Gary came home, and I thought I'd better get up because I've got to make dinner. But seriously. And then I was just tired all the evening. Went to bed at a reasonable time and had a lay-in this morning. So kind of, you know, I don't know if it's something to do with that virus that I had when I was on holiday. Remember I had that mega sleep day? Well, it wasn't a day. I went to bed one evening, slept all night, all morning, all afternoon, all evening, all night, and got up the next morning. So I don't know if it was something to do with the virus and a knock-on from it, or, you know, perhaps the tail end of it. I really have no idea. But whatever the reason, I'm not exactly liking it. And I don't know, maybe it's carb overload. You know, there is that. I always, and I'm kind of now, my whole being is thinking, can't wait for this to be over and I can get on a low-carb diet. That's just the way you know, and I'm thinking, well, do you need to eat all the rest of this stuff then? Why don't you just start it? But, you know, it's not really time. You know, there's still meals to make and everything else that we've kind of planned. So, and Gary's made his turkey noodle soup today as well. So, you know, we don't really want to miss out on that. So, yeah, but that's where I was yesterday. I was asleep. So, consequently, I did not make today's chat. So I thought, oh, you know what, I'll do that in the morning. Well, it is now 10 past 11, and I'm only just sitting down to do it. So it's an afternoon one for you guys by the time I get this done and on. So, yeah, I have no idea. I obviously needed that sleep. Whether it's something to do with my nodule that I've got on my lung, I don't know. Find out after Christmas, after the Christmas break, when I eventually go for the next CT scan. But, oh, God, my God. Horrible day. Just done in, tired. Couldn't shake it. And I'm not that great today. I mean, I'm less tired, up, doing stuff. But, you know, I've got a kind of a, I'll do it tomorrow, attitude. You know, there's no dynamic drive. It's all kind of evaporated. So whether it is still the virus or whether it's just massive carb overload not doing me any favors, as it is, I've been eating low gluten-free carbs, but still, maybe it's just, you know, I'm eating wrong for me. I think that, you know, possibly all of those things, who knows. But yeah, hopefully get it sorted very soon. I probably, you know what happens is a backlash. Whenever you get something go a certain way, you get a backlash afterwards. So I probably have a week of insomnia to look forward to, or something, where I've slept so much that I'm not going to sleep for about a week. And, well, I sincerely hope that doesn't happen. But, you know, it has in the past. Not in the same way. This is a new development for me, which I'm not actually enjoying, I have to say. So I got a Christmas card, and I meant to open this with you. I'll put that. I started putting that stuff on my eye, so eyesight is not the best. It's all blurry, and it is from Kimberly. Well, lovely. Thank you. Look at all the USA flags. It's Kimberly Sakura. So, oh, lovely sticker of a Christmas tree. So, yeah, thank you very much. We're still displaying them all, obviously, so not too late. Let's have a look. Oh, there we are. It's got a nice verse in it. Verse Matthew 1:21. I'm going to read it. O God with us, Emmanuel, born of Mary in a lowly manger, a miracle, God's word made flesh. You are the Prince of Peace, O Son of Joseph, a prophecy foretold of a Saviour divine, who brings the hope of light to shine. You are the mighty God. O gentle baby, a heavenly sign, surrounded by angels and praise, destined to preach of humble ways. You are the mighty one. O precious Lord Messiah, our Christmas gift to share, you live within us everywhere. You are the Jesus Christ. Oh, that was Stephanie Wilcox Hughes. And the next one is, she will bear a son, and you will name him Jesus, because he will save his people from their sins. That was Matthew 1:21. May God's divine Son Jesus hold you close to his heart and renew your spirit with peace at Christmas and throughout the year. Merry Christmas, Kimberly Sakura. And yeah, there we go. Nice parody card. Thank you very much. I love this, by the way. I did, on my Christmas orders, I had some really nice Christmas stickers left over from yesterday. So yesterday, last year, feels like yesterday, last year. So I was decorating lots and lots of them when I could, with loads of Christmas embellishments. Yes, excuse me, I've got itchy nose. It's because I sprayed some dry shampoo on my hair so I wouldn't have to wash it today. Because like I said, I was not today, you know, that sort of thing. But it wasn't that bad, so I just sprayed it. But it does interfere with me somewhat. Can make me sneeze. I've already got blurry eyes, so it doesn't matter about that. Okay, let's have a look. Gary wrote us a joke yesterday. I'm worrying about him. What does a dwarf get if he runs through a woman's legs? I can't tell you. A clip around the ear and a flap across the face. Gary! I noticed the word. I've just breezed over that. Oh, God. What is he trying to do to me, guys? That's bad, Gary. Right. Life is a lot like a penis. Simple, soft, straight, relaxed and hanging freely. Then a woman makes it hard. Charming. A nurse walks in to a bank, exhausted after a 20-hour shift. She pulls a rectal thermometer out of her pocket and tries to write a check with it. She looks at the cashier and says, well, that's just great. Some a-hole has my pen. Oh, sorry, a bit of a premature, quite apt for Gary's jokes. Bit of prematuring. Oh, he's so naughty. I know, you all love him though. Just shows the state of your minds. That's what I've got to say on the subject. So, it's Sunday. So yeah, that's the weekend picture. Hasn't changed. I must remember to record tomorrow's this evening. Oh no, I've got no jokes. Gary's got to get cracking on some new ones. Seriously, do I need him to? I'm beginning to wonder. People think of growing old like a disease you can catch when you get to about 60. And that was Eamon Brennan, age 13, from Happy Birthday, You Poor Old Wreck. Old age is when most of the names in your little black book are doctors. That was E.C. Mackenzie from 14,000 quips and quotes for winners and speakers. Well, I think I might need that book. Yes. So there we go. Okay, So now, let me move this out of the way because that's a giveaway I've got to record. But let's bring this one in. If you did not see, oh, that just says customs on it. If you did not see my happy mail, why did you not watch it? Shocking. Anyway, if you didn't see it, it was this. Hang on, I haven't got it all out yet. I ain't got all of it here, just the yarn. Okay, so none in there. So it was this absolutely gorgeous Tonal Hues from BOD. Well, it's from Mary Maxim doing the BOD yarn. So I have these two. I have these two. And I have this one. And they're all kind of squishy, soft and beautiful and lovely. But my question to you guys is, what can I make with one? Because they're all different, so I can't exactly combine them. And they are, where are we? 328 yards or 300 meters, 150 grams each of these. Now, obviously, I know I can do a scarf and things like that, but I don't want 5 scarves, all kind of, well, I suppose I could make 5 scarves, but you know, I want to try and do some other things. So those of you guys who have encountered Tonal Hues and know of one cake projects, let me know, what can I make with one? What can I do? What can, if I can maybe combine it with another yarn, what works well with it? This is squishy soft. I mean, it is ridiculously squishy soft. So what can I combine it with? Hopefully when I can get hold of. But what can I do with a one cake? I could make a 5 different colour blanket somehow. But what can I do? I want you to kind of let me know. This is the most gorgeous yarn. It really is. That one is stupendous. Isn't it beautiful? And I just can't tell you how squishy it is. But also this one is, oh, beautiful. Absolutely lovely. Really, really love this one as well. So, and this one's just really gorgeous. You know, I'm into the rusts and the oranges. So they're all lovely. You know, yellow one's beautiful. The green one's beautiful. So yeah, what can I do? That's my question to you. What would you do if you had 5 different colours in this? Would you somehow combine them to make one? Would you put another colour to break that up? What can I make with one? It's just lots of questions. What would you do with one? Or would you somehow combine the 5 to do some multicoloured, gorgeous project of sorts? But what would you do? That's my question. And I need your help, guys, because this is yarn that I've not had before. You guys across the pond especially may have encountered it and done things with it, and I have projects in mind that you think would look great for it. Obviously I don't want to make someone else's stuff. I want to make my own, because I don't really follow other people's patterns anymore. You know, I haven't followed a pattern since I was a child. I just freestyle it all. And the only time I ever made a hat from someone else, it turned out so big that, you know, I'd rather make my own sort of things. So an idea that you know would work, basically. And then I can set to maybe doing it. I mean, they are all very, I'll say amicable. Do you know what I mean? By that. They all kind of do lend themselves to working together, should I do that. But obviously they need a linking colour of some sort. Help, guys. I need some help. Oh, lots more of each one. There's that too. It's hot in here. I don't know why. I mean, I didn't put the heating on, but it is on in the rest of the house, and I've got the door open, so it's wafting through. So yeah, sorry that my chats are erratic at the moment, but for some reason I'm erratic at the moment. Or is it heretic? Erratic, I think it is. I'm not a heretic, honestly. But you know, I don't know what's going on. I honestly don't. It's bugging me somewhat. To see my cup, we got these for Christmas from one of Gary's brothers, and we got one each, like a little nutcracker on it. Very cute. So I wanted a cup of tea, but I didn't want a giant one, so I had it in there. But it, you know, obviously it looks icky because of the way my, that's a brand new cup used for the first time, so that isn't a stain. That is just my black tea depositing itself around the cup. It does clean off, but it doesn't look nice because the way I have black tea. And we have hard water. So yes, I'm starting to put that goop in my eye. So I am blurry. I can't see much out of that eye. And it's a bit annoying, to say the least. But I'm trying to get rid of it. I mean, I think if I hadn't stopped that, it might have gone. But having said that, this one is still there. It's a tiny little dot, but it's still there, ready to flare up again at some point, I feel. So they're not exactly gone. Very annoying. It is. Is there something else I was going to show you? No, that's something later. Well, yeah. Weather is still cold. We must have had a really strong wind. Because I went, and I haven't been in the yarn van for a couple of days since I took stuff out to make room because we had guests come in. But I had to go out there to get this yarn because I'd taken, as I say, all the stuff out to make room when we had guests. So when I went outside, the table and chairs are kind of flipped, but they're actually leaning against the fence because they can't flip. And then the mat, I've got a rubber mat outside the yarn van door, and it's got Grogu on it. It might have Batman, I can't remember. We had two of them, and they were just rubber mats to put outside your door. And it flipped over. How can a mat that's heavy and rubber flip over? I'm a bit gobsmacked by that one. But it must have been a very strong wind that just whipped it up somehow. Very, very, very odd that it was that. I mean, I can understand a table with an umbrella sticking out of it that's not up because the wind is buffeting that and it's going to get, but it must have really gone up, you know, down and come up that wind, because it really did throw it against the fence, and it's also flipped a doormat, which is bizarre. It really is. So yeah, I watched football yesterday, and I've got another one to watch this afternoon. So, but last team won. This one needs to, big time. So that's what I'm going to be doing for my afternoon, eating turkey noodle soup and watching the football. Yeah, taking it easy, trying to I mean, obviously I can still hear that my voice is not returned to normal yet, so perhaps the sleep playing, you know, all of that is part of this really weird virus that I have, or maybe I'm just I'm just very unhealthy at the minute. I don't know, but it's certainly annoying. So I've got to film my Sunday Fun Day giveaway, which will be up later, probably a little bit later than usual because this is later than usual, but you know, better late than never. So I also got you know, I mentioned that Gary got me all of these bits of Pandora for Christmas, so I was sorting through that yesterday and I've made a bracelet of them, and I didn't bring it to show you, did I? Shall I go get it? I will. I'll see if I can find it. Okay, so I brought some things that he got me to show you, and he got me a little pair of blue studs, which I needed earrings, so, and he got me these ones, which are a little bit like dangly hearts. Very pretty. They're Swarovski, and so were these, and I've worn these ones already. They're very uber sparkly. I mean, it probably doesn't do it justice in this light, but they are. And these are the Alhambras I was trying to talk to you about earlier, you know, where you got like a heart shape, 4 heart shapes entwined, and it creates this kind of design. That's the Alhambra. So what it is, basically, I had 2 red hearts. See that one there? I had 2. And if this is my red bracelet. And I had, as I say, 2 red ones. So then they brought out all these different coloured ones. So I've got a blue bracelet as well, is this one. And he got me this blue one. And he got me all these colours. So what it was, when I put them together, it looked better with the red one on there. So I took one of the older red ones off, and they are different because they've made them slightly different. This one, you can put it on, you know, you get like the part, I can't show you, you get like the part of this there where it's like a screw. You can put them on the screw and they stay there. So these ones are just, you can just put them on and they'll fall straight off. And you can see there is a slight size difference. But I liked the red one with the rest of the colours. So otherwise there would have been the blue one on here. But when I saw the red ones, I've also got one of those iridescent ones. That was the first one they ever made, like a pink iridescent, but I didn't put that on with them because there's too many now. But yeah, these are all of the Pandora hearts that I kind of took a liking to the colours. And if you turn them up one way and up the other, you can get them on there better. But obviously I've got clips keeping them on. So I've got one that is just full of hearts. And you can take some off and put some more on should you want. So that is what I got for Christmas, as well as what I showed you before. Don't remember if I showed you the bag or not. Maybe I'll show you that when I move into it, because at the moment I've got a bag that I've had for probably a couple of years and I've never used it, and it was a Michael Kors one, and just a black crossbody. And I don't know why I didn't use it. Maybe I felt at the time perhaps the strap wasn't really long enough, but having put it on, it is. So I took it on holiday with us, and I've been using it ever since. So I should use that for a while, and then maybe move into the other one a little bit later on. I like to, I don't know why, but I use them for a bit and then I just transfer them over. By the end of that, some of them are a bit too tired to really want to use again, and others I just go back to. So I like mixing them about and not using the same one all the time. Although I've got quite a big Radley one that is a crossbody, and I always fall back on that when I've got to go somewhere and take stuff with me, because it holds so much more. And it is, and once I start using it, I find it very difficult to stop and go back to a smaller one. But yeah, it's nice. That was a couple of Christmases ago, that one, but they last forever. I've got one of the original Radley Messengers. I don't really use it anymore, but I've still got it, and a little purse. I don't get rid of it. I don't know why, but I don't actually use it. And yet, but you could, because they just keep bringing that out over and over again. It's the softest leather as well. It's really, really nice. Anyway, enough of my stuff. But yeah, really, to be honest, the red one shouldn't be there. This navy blue one should be there. But this is this blue one Jamie got me last Christmas. I kind of looked and thought, oh, quite like the blue rope one, so it'll go with my blue charms. I mean, I've got a lot more blue charms than this. I used to have, like this one is a red one, I used to have one that was a blue one. Really and truthfully, I'd have liked to have maybe took them all off and used this one, because obviously it's got a heart clasp, so it would have gone really well. But it's such a kerfuffle to get all of these off all the time. Every now and then I think, oh, let's just do it. But I've got so many charms, so many, unreal. So that was it, really. I also have some money to spend somewhere. I have to go, and maybe after Christmas. I'm not really keen on sales. I can't do the crowds. Not that I think there'll be that many crowds out this year. But I can't really wake up long enough to go shopping. It's not funny, it's true. Can't wake up. Oh well. So yeah, that's really where I'm at the minute. Just mega tired. Actually, the yarn that's going to go in my giveaway, no, let's say would go with some of this yarn, but maybe it wouldn't. You'll see later on what I'm going on about. I've got quite a bit of this yarn, and I thought I'd put some in my giveaway. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really apologise for not being my usual self. I really don't know what's going on. It might just be, as I said, part of that virus. It might just be all the overindulgence, or maybe something else. We'll just have to wait and see. Just in between. What is it? Victoria said it was the in between Christmas and New Year. Bleh. Maybe it's that. Who knows? Maybe it is. So yeah, but I'm sorry. I was just comatose, so sleepy yesterday. Honestly, don't know. Never had, apart from being ill when I slept around the clock, I don't usually sleep during the day. Really can't usually do it. So it's unusual. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. You take care. Bye for now.